All right, Aaron. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Sorry. All right.
Alrighty, there we are. All right, Aaron, so if you could just take me on one more time in basketball, maybe this time I'll win. You think?
Ange? Yesterday? Do you remember? 3 times I beat you.
3 times?
3 times.
All right, so that was yesterday. Today's a new day. Maybe this time I can beat you. I mean, I've been practicing for the last couple hours.
Yeah. Well, maybe something else. Basketball, I really don't want to give you another shot, actually.
Thanks, Aaron. All right, well, okay, if maybe not basketball, how about Boggle? I found Boggle in the closet today.
Boggle.
Remember this game? Remember where you have to shake up all the letters and then you make them into something? Can you play me in this? I've got to have some more trophies to add to my one.
Ange, when I was at Pioneer Elementary, I definitely was the spelling bee champ 2 years in a row.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're a whiz with words. Okay, so not Boggle, not basketball. Oh, I've got it. I've been working on something for over a week now. It's a piece of artwork.
A flower.
It's taken me a week. Isn't it awesome? Look at the rainbow, the colors that I'm using. I have slaved over this. I mean, really, I've been up all night worrying about if I'm choosing the right colors. You know, there's 64 in a Crayola box, and I just want to make sure I have the right ones. Don't you think I did a great job?
Yes!
I should get a trophy for this, right?
Yes!
And you did well. Last night I was getting in touch with my creative artsy person, and this is what I came up with. Which it just took me a few hours. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, okay, Aaron. You've even got like a pencil drawing with some beautiful color and it looks almost like a collage in there too. That only took you a few hours? Man, are you better at me than everything?
Well, am I? Probably not.
Okay, well, this is something else I've been practicing. Anybody practice yoga? All right, so I've been practicing yoga, all right? I've been practicing yoga, and just last weekend we were taught the tree pose, okay? It takes a lot of balance. It goes something like this. This is it. It's kind of like this. Kind of like that.
Oh,
yeah,
the tree?
Like that. It's like that. Yeah.
I think it's like this, right?
Yeah.
There is I'm actually a yogi as well, and I've been working on this move called the Adho Mukha Vrikshana, and it's the handstand, or the headstand pose. Handstand pose. Mm-hmm.
You know how to do a handstand pose?
I might as well try.
All right. He's better than me at basketball. He's better than me at Boggle. He's better at me than... Oh my gosh! Oh! I'm better at him at yoga! Yeah!
Oh my! Is this really? This is kind of what we do in life. It's competition after competition. Since I was little, I've been trying to keep up with my big sister. She gets homecoming queen. What do I want to be? I want to be homecoming queen. King, actually. I wanted to be homecoming king. I didn't get it, but I wanted it. We're constantly striving. I also have an older brother. And my older brother, amazing athlete. And I was seeking to try to be as good as him all of the time. Never being okay with who I was constantly competing. Then I went to school, and guess what? The yearbook awards. Oh yeah, I wanted to have the best eyes. Oh, it was pretty huge. I didn't get it. My buddy Trevor did, but we're constantly competing with each other, trying to be better, trying to have the coolest new iPod.
It's not even
The
a cool thing
coolest
anymore.
new
iTouch.
phone, right? Competition,
iPad.
constantly trying to compete. What I found is that this competition isn't always fulfilling. When I was in high school, I was a basketball player at Cactus High School. Yeah, I feel you. I like all the schools now. But when I was at Cactus, the basketball team decided to give me a nickname. And this is where this whole like competition and beauty stuff and trying to be something really got at me, because the kids decided to give me a nickname. Because I have, well, my mom had a large head and my dad had a large head. That translates into, whoop, I got a big head. So, what that meant is they decided to call me Head. I got the nickname Head, which it's okay to laugh right now because I feel okay about it. But, back then, when I got home at night and I looked in that mirror, I did not see the amazing smile that I have or the awesome eyes that I've been gifted with. All I could see was my big head. When I would go to the cafeteria, check this out. Sophomore year, cafeteria at Cactus High School, I would walk in, I would identify where the girls I liked were. And I would make sure that I sat face on. Because if I sat face on, it was more likely that they would see my smile or my eyes and not be distracted by the side view of my head. Sounds a bit insane, but it was part of my high school journey. One nickname, one kid who was hurting was probably being called the same nickname and decided to throw it onto me. Called me Head, and it translated into me needing to see a therapist because I had to work through some of my body issues and becoming comfortable with who I am and the body that I've been given. And it's really been hard. I'm 29 now, this is 14 years later, and I still have days where I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh man, seriously? It's still big, it's still big. But I have been able to overcome. And the only way I have is because of family. It's because of friends who, when I told them, you know what, when you call me that, it does not make me feel good. It actually hurts my feelings, and I'm seeing a therapist for it. And my friends would be like, they wouldn't call me anything. Just being kind to confront them and say, hey, no, not making me feel good, and they would stop. Another thing that helped was my therapist, because therapists are skilled and they can help us with our body issues sometimes.
What about, so this community that surrounded you, family, friends, adults, teachers, administrators, all those people, they really reached out to you and heard what was going on for you. Do you think anybody else suffers from things that they have to survive in there? Like what? I mean, we all have stuff. We all bring stuff to the table. I mean, we all have our own hidden stuff in our closets and things that we don't want people to know about. And so, what about some of those survival stories? What are people surviving these days?
Well, unbelievable. I think if we were to look around, if we had a big screen right now and we were to watch the video playback of each individual in this room, guaranteed that most all of us would be crying our eyes out. We might laugh a little bit at some of the things we've been through, but we would also be hit pretty deep, because lots of us are dealing with, we might have an alcoholic mother, we might have an abuse story from when we were younger, we might be being teased on the bus because of the size of our ears. We all have our own issues, our own realities that are challenging to us. And to me, I think it's so easy to pretend we're alone. I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, I swore that I was the only one with an insecurity. I was like, oh, I'm the only one I got a big head, and I'm the only one that's stressing out. But what I found, as I taught high school at Kellis a few years ago, over the 4 years, while I was there, what I learned was that I'm so not alone. And that students, virtually every student in any class that I had, every student has their own story, has their own insecurity, has their own issues and challenges that they're facing. And so
through your experience of survival, then you realized that your worth and value really wasn't based on what other people thought of you, but you chose to surround yourselves with people who really valued you and found you to be quite entertaining and interesting, and it kind of helped build your self-esteem and helped get you through that really tough spot.
Exactly. Sometimes I think it's just it's easy to really focus on the issue or the challenge or the insecurity, and not look past it, and not realize that, I mean, now I'm reading books. I'm the crazy guy that listens to Martin Luther King Jr. speak on YouTube while I'm falling asleep at night because I want to be inspired. I know that I'm beautiful deep down. I know that I'm beautiful, that we're all beautiful. And so by surrounding myself with people that believe that, reading books that tell me that, it helps me soak it in and live it.
So when we cooperate, when we show compassion to people who are feeling just as cruddy on the inside maybe as we are, then that's when we really, truly can find peace in our lives and really start to thrive at this life that we've been given, right? So we're surviving in order to thrive in the end. But it takes a whole group of people to do that. And so I'd like us to take a moment now to remember those people. Just think in your mind about somebody who's just touched your heart in the last few days, somebody who's spoken to you or given you a nice word, a nice smile, some sort of kudos to you, some sort of pat on the back that you've needed, because we've all been there. And maybe some of those people are standing around you or sitting around you right now. So let's do a little singing together, all right? Let's do a little singing together with a song that a song you probably know, all right? To just appreciate one another. It's all right. Just to appreciate one another. It goes like this. Sometimes in our lives we all have pain.